Alright guys, we are back for more of my 1000 subscriber special. We just played some Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, and that was a whole lot of fun. I did have Come Party with Nick with me in the last few segments, but he's not with me right now. But during the break, I did pick up a different special guest, and that is Video Game Fan 96.
Hello, this is Video Game Fan 96 here today. I'm going to join on in for this particular segment here.
So anyways, for our next segment, we are going to be playing Mario Party 10 for the Nintendo Wii U. Let's see what we do in this game.
Which, funny enough, I actually do have this game on the Wii U, and I think this was one of the last, or if not the last game I bought on the Wii U eShop before that shut down.
Yeah, that is a pretty cool fact right here that you just shared with us there, Dominic. And it's pretty cool that you do also have this game too. While so many people out there don't necessarily care about this particular Mario Party, I still say this one is pretty good overall right here for how it is. But certainly not one of the best ones, for sure, in my personal opinion. So anyways, let's go into Mario Party right now, and let's go to one player. That'll be Mario, of course. Alright, we're taking on Rosalina, Peach, and Yoshi this game. And I'm going to have Dominic pick the board that we play on here, since I do have him with me as a special guest.
Well, I am feeling rather, chaotic, so I guess we'll do the Bowser board this time around.
Basically, Chaos Castle. Yeah, that's not too bad of a choice right here. We'll go with that. And of course, if you guys aren't aware by now, this board does play a little differently compared to the other ones. Normally, you have to try to keep Bowser trapped in this cage, but on this board, we have to try to rescue one of Toad's friends right here by rolling all the different kinds of numbers on the dice. Alright, so let's see who's going first. Looks like it's Yoshi that goes first. And all of us are going to get 5 mini stars to start with. Let's get this party started. So yeah, there's what I was talking about from earlier, where one of Toad's friends is trapped inside the cage, and basically one of us can get some mini stars if we roll all those numbers right here. Alright, so Yoshi starts us off with a 3. My turn. Oh, only a 1.
What I like to do in Mario Party 10, I don't know if it works the same way in Mario Party 9 since I don't have the game, nor do I want spoilers on that. But what I like to do in Mario Party 10, when it's my turn, I like to shake my Wii remote around a little bit before pressing A to hit the dice block.
That's exactly what I do too right there. So anyways, we're doing a 2 versus 2 minigame, and we're playing Soccer Brawl. And I have Peach as my teammate.
Mario Party 10 and see for myself. But last I remember, these minigames were pretty decent. I think I remember like the donut one, or whatever that one was about.
Yeah, while this particular Mario Party is definitely not one of the best ones out there in the series, there were still some pretty decent mini games on there that I really do like. And with this one that we are playing, it's pretty interesting for what they did come up with. We're pretty much playing soccer, but we're rolling on balls.
Kind of reminds me of the classic Nintendo 64 Mario parties where basically we're on the ball and your job is to get the opponents out of the thing. Is this gonna be a draw?
Yeah, none of us have scored any goals this entire time right here. And yeah, it is gonna be a draw, man! I didn't even think that would happen.
Hey guys, get out your pens and paper and all that because there's a draw.
Oh. For what Dominic just did there, guys, that's something that he actually likes to do with me right here when it comes to the Mario Party games, that whenever a draw happens, he just basically likes to say something like that. Alright, anyways, time for us to get a special dice block in the Toad house. Let's see what we got. A 1, 2, 3 dice block.
Yeah, not that useful unless you want to land on some space that you think would consider useful.
Yeah, it's true. You just never really know when it could come in handy. Alright, 8 mini stars for Yoshi there. Alright, let's try to be careful of those unlocky spaces up ahead. And we're going down. Oh, another 8 mini stars for Yoshi. Looks like he's off to a pretty good start. And he also gets a 1, 2, 3 dice block. Alright, my turn. Alright, I gotta use the regular dice block if I want to try to go for more mini stars. And it's gonna be a 5. Alright, that's a good roll.
$5 football.
Yeah, I hope you guys get what Dominic is saying right here, because that's pretty much a Subway reference. Okay, so anyways, time for another mini game, and now we're doing a free-for-all. Alright, let's see what we got here. Balance ball brawl. So it looks like our first 2 mini games are something ball related.
Huh. I don't think I remember this minigame. Yeah, no, I definitely don't remember this minigame. Now that I'm looking at it.
Yeah, basically what's happening here, if you don't know by now, Dominic, we're trying to roll over all these switches.
Okay, well now I get it, but I guess I must have had pretty bad RNG because I don't remember this minigame ever popping up. And if this minigame did pop up, I don't remember.
Yeah, it's hard to say for sure, but nonetheless, though, we did get the win right there on that minigame, which is very fantastic. And we're also going to get 5 mini stars. Alright, let's see what Rosalina gets. 4. Alright, one more lock left to open right here to try to rescue one of Toad's friends. We basically need the 2 right here for what I'm seeing on the gamepad. Oh, that's an unlucky space for Rosalina.
Well, since... Oh, never mind, it's Peach's turn, that's right, okay.
Hi. So Peach rolls a 2, and that is exactly the number that we needed right there to open that last lock. So looks like Peach is going to be getting some additional mini stars from that Toad that we saved.
Basically, because both of my Wii U gamepads refuse to charge, unfortunately, I won't be able to remember what numbers have already been rolled and which ones haven't in terms of that, But what I was originally going to say before that happened was if I were being at Band 1999, I would have done this thing to where I would have used a 1, 2, 3 block to try to rescue one of the Toads, but unfortunately that didn't work out.
Yeah, it wasn't able to get back to me right here for that kind of strategy right there, but stuff like that happens some of the time. Alright, 4 for Yoshi on that 4, 5, 6 dice block. And now Yoshi's losing many stars on that unlucky space.
Although I kind of, not telling you what to do, but I kind of have an idea. Basically, what you could try to do, again, not telling you what to do, but if you'd like, maybe you could use the 1, 2, 3 dice block to try to get to the reverse space, so you can try to earn yourself some more mini stars.
You know, that's actually not too bad of an idea right here. Let's do that. And it looks like we are going to try for additional mini stars since we are going to land on that backspace. So this will actually work out right here as long as we roll a decent number. 5. So we are going to get some additional mini stars here. And it looks like we're barely going to get another 5 there as well. So, that plan for what you were talking about there, Dominic, actually worked out for us.
Yeah, really good strategy.
Yeah, I'll definitely agree to that. Alright.
I'll get ready to say, come on, Peach, don't go back again.
Alright, 0 for 1 dice block from Rosalia, and there's a minigame box set in here. Alright, we're doing another free-for-all. And we're playing Balloon Blast Bash. Alright, it's time to pump a balloon here, but we gotta be careful not to pump it too much.
Well, I don't have, I think it's a Super Mario Party. But in a sense, this minigame kind of reminds me of that one minigame. And I think one of the newer Mario Parties anyways, where your job is to not wake up Wiggler. Or that's what it kind of reminds me of, somewhat. Yeah,
that's pretty interesting. And yeah, for that kind of minigame that you're talking about there, Dominic, I cannot stand that out here. It always really makes me feel nervous right here, especially if you are the one that wakes him up. But putting all that aside, we did win that minigame right here, which is very, very good. Alright, Peach is getting a special dice block. And she gets a 4, 5, 6 dice block.
Yeah, very useful for her, so hopefully she can put that to good use.
Alright, Yoshi's getting a 4. And looks like we're changing the turn order now, so who's going next? Me! And good news for us, Dominic, we're guaranteed some mini stars on this roll no matter what.
Well, let's hope you get a decent enough number. Okay, at least it's not a 3, because I was hoping that would not happen.
Yeah, it's only a 2 that we're getting right here. Oh, we still land on an unlucky space.
Well, that really sucks. That basically makes it seem as though the mini-star thing never even happened.
Yeah, we literally gained 5 mini stars right there, but we literally already lose them right off the bat so quickly. Alright, time for a mini boss battle. And we're playing Mega Minimals Base Mischief.
Yeah, I remember. From what I remember, I think this is this isn't too bad.
Yeah, from what I remember on this one, I do say they did a pretty good job with it. I do like the idea where you go for a series of bases to try to be the first one to get to the end to use the best cannon out there. It does start off nice and simple, but once we deliver a certain amount of damage on the boss right here, that's when things do get a little bit tougher. I'll send it to round 2. That was another simple one. Alright, let's keep it going.
Okay, this one looks very simple.
Yeah, I can even tell already right there from what I was seeing on where I was supposed to go. So we basically made it through that no problem.
Yeah, so far so good. So far, Video Phoenix and is getting pretty much a perfect.
Yeah,
so far.
That I am. But now this is where things are going to get much more challenging because we got to be careful with some bombs that are placed in the mazes now. Yeah, get out of my way. I just barely made it through that one. And all my opponents didn't make it to the end of that maze right there, so that was pretty lucky of how we got through that.
Sorry, computer players. All 3 of you guys failed.
Yeah, it's a good point for what you're talking about there, Dominic.
And to those who don't know what I'm referencing, it is simply a reference from, like, Crash Bash on the You Failed a Screen voice or whatever, when you fail a first go challenge and a gem challenge.
Alright, we're almost there. We just need to do a little bit more damage on them. Alright, let's see what we can do in the next round. I think this one actually does look pretty simple right here from what I can tell. Oh, how did Yoshi get there first?
Well, that really matters, because you got the final kill, and I lied. It was Yoshi, my bad.
Yeah, all because he made it to the end first. He was the one that got that last hit. But it doesn't really matter for us anyway. We still win with 25 points. Alright, so Rosalina and Peach are doing a tiebreaker roll for 3rd, and Peach gets the higher number for that spot.
I honestly kind of forgot about that. I was getting ready to say, oh cool, kind of like how Peach and Rosalina tied for 3rd, but nope.
Anyways, let's go ahead and check out our current standings. So Peach is in 1st place right now with 54 mini stars. I'm in 2nd with 51. Rosalina's in 3rd with 33, and Yoshi's in last with 30. It's still anybody's game, but let's see what happens as we move on to the next portion of the board. But yeah, when it comes to ties right here on some certain mini games out there, I'm not really too sure why they ended up putting in a tiebreaker to begin with.
Well, I can kind of understand why they did it, but still.
Alright, so now we gotta be careful with those skewers, and if we get hit by one, we'll fall down and lose 10 mini stars. Alright, 5 mini stars for Peach. And it's time to get into our next mini game. Oh, a battle mini game.
Sorry you guys are referencing this, but time for a Pokemon battle.
Yeah, if you guys don't know by now, that's what Dominic likes to do when it comes to battle mini games in Mario Party, and we're playing Cheep Cheep Leap.
Oh yeah, this one's pretty simple.
Yeah, we're basically trying to hit as much cheap cheats as possible while we have the power of invincibility. Oh, we're not doing too good out there so far right now from what I can see. But we'll have to try to possibly get a comeback out here if we can. Oh, it's gonna be close! But Peach got it with 43. So we ended up third right here, but it's at least better than last. Okay, so let's see what Yoshi's gonna roll here. A 1.
Well, hey, at least you didn't get hit from the skewers, Yoshi.
Yeah, that was close. Alright, let's hope for a good number here. Alright, a 6!
Good thing too, because now you got some mini stars.
5 of them to be exact. And let's see what kind of minigame we're gonna play now. 1 versus 3. So that means I'm going to be the solo player here, and we're playing Moving Mushrooms. From what I remember, this has to be one of the best 1 versus 3 minigames that they got on this game right here. They really do have a good concept right here, where you gotta try to get the mushrooms in your carts. And be careful with the poison mushrooms that come down on some moments. Alright, heading into our final 10 seconds. Oh, I don't know about this. Yeah, our opponents got it. And by exactly 40 points. We weren't even that close.
Oh, gosh damn it.
But I still tried my best right there, and that's all I could do. Alright, 5 for Rosalina. And we have another Toad House that we're going inside for a special dice block. Alright, so let's see what we get here. Oh, we get double dice now!
Well, assuming you get good rolls here, that'll be really useful. The reason I'm saying that is because, well, I don't want to jinx or anything, but it'd be pretty terrible if you managed to get like 2 1s out of it.
Yeah, if that were to happen, it would not be very good at all. And it looks like Rosalina just got herself 15 mini stars from the lucky space that she landed on. And plus, she was full on dice blocks at the moment right here when we entered that Toad House. And she chose to toss away one of her 1, 2, 3 dice blocks from what I saw. Alright, Peach gets a 4, 5, 6 dice block, but she's got too many of them, so she has to toss one of them out. Alright, Yoshi's gonna get a 4 on that 4, 5, 6 dice block, and that will give him 10 mini stars. Oh boy, Yoshi's got a chance to steal.
Well, Yoshi, I'd rather you steal from Peach.
And he is stealing from her right there, so it is good news for us since Peach was the one in first place. Oh, Yoshi's taking away half of Peach's mini stars.
I don't know, pretty scary right here.
Okay, so, what are you thinking here, Dominic? Should we, use the double dice right here, or should we save it for later?
Well, considering how Bowser is, I would advise you wait till hopefully the next turn, and maybe then you probably could use it.
Alright, we'll hold on to the double dice for now, and let's see what we get here. Oh, 2. So it looks like we're doing another mini game. Alright, so 1 versus 3. So we're gonna be the solo player again, but what are we playing this time? Oh, Skewer Scurry! And this is one of those mini games on here that they do have in the game that they returned in Mario Party Superstars as well. Alright, let's see what happens. I've got Rosalina out. And looks like we win!
So even though you weren't able to make it to the +5 to the mini stars here, at least you were still able to pull off the win.
Yeah, at least those mini stars that we got right here on that mini game were worth more compared to what was over there that Rosalina just passed. Alright, we're going into the home stretch now. When this gate opens, you'll battle Bowser. But first, let's look at everyone's mini stars. So, looking at the standings here, Yoshi's currently in first place with 77 mini stars. I'm in second with 62. Rosalina's in third, 51, and Peach is in last with 34. And well, it's time for us to get some special dice blocks here. What are we gonna end up with? A 0 for 1 dice block.
Yeah, not very useful.
And Rosalina's tossing away her 1, 2, 3 dice block. From here on, the player in last place can choose the minigame. It's only fair. Alright. So let's try to be careful with Bowser up ahead. So, of course, Bowser will attack each turn from this point on, but if we get hit, we'll lose half our mini stars. We definitely want to be very careful on that. Alright, 5 right there for Peach on the 4, 5, 6 dice block, and she gets 5 mini stars. But it looks like Peach is getting hit right here, so there goes half her mini stars.
And as bad as it is, oh.
Alright, changing the turn order here, and looks like Peach is going again. Alright, this time she rolls a 3. She does get 5 mini stars back right there. Alright, Peach is getting a special dice block. She gets herself a 0 for 1 dice block. Alright, now let's see what happens with Yoshi. I figured he was going to bring out the 4, 5, 6 dice block to try to have a little bit of an easier chance to be safe. He rolled a 4 with that, but that's not going to do him any good right here, because he just lost half his mini stars. So he goes all the way down to 39, and it's time for another mini game, and it's a free-for-all. Alright, we're playing Pipe Sniper now, and this one I really do like. Time to do some firing at the piranha plants. Oh, I think we got this. Yes, we do! We win with 56 points! Alright, 5 minutes starts coming our way right there. Okay, so,
Alright, and I think you're close to the edge, too, in a sense, so it's highly advised you use your double dice to try to avoid Bowser.
yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about doing, and plus, it would help, too, right here, if we can get a good enough total right here to, reach the end. But let's see, how it plays out for us. Alright, our first roll is a 4, and our second roll is a 1, so we end up with a total of 5. So we are getting 10 mini stars right there. Oh no! We're unfortunately losing half our mini stars right here. I don't know how I feel about this. We gotta try for a comeback. And we're doing another battle mini game.
Well, let's hope we can earn some of those mini stars back.
Yeah, I'm hoping so too. Oh no! We're playing Fruit Cahoos! This one is terrible!
Well, let me, see. Oh, yes, I agree, this is terrible, I agree. Now that I've seen the gameplay in action.
Yeah, it's just so hard to try to get the most apples right here in each round, and those bombs can really mess you up. Alright, I don't think I'm gonna activate the conveyor belt to start off. Oh, I should have done that right here to start off, but it's okay. I think this time I'll activate the conveyor belt. Oh no! Now we get a bomb. We're not doing too good out here. You guys see what I mean right here with this minigame being terrible? It's just not all that great out here when you're trying to so hard to get the most apples here. Alright, let's try activating the conveyor belt here. Alright, there we go. At least we get something out of that. Okay, I'll try activating the conveyor belt here. Oh, good thing I did. Otherwise, if I didn't, I would have gotten that bomb. Alright, let's try activating the conveyor belt again.